2.5% of us in New York City are renters. It's the highest population in the entire nation. And we need to know things like, how much is our landlord allowed to increase our rent? It's 1.5% if you're on a one-year lease. Can he or she evict me, or does it take a judge's order? Indeed, it takes a judge's order. That and so much more, all being unveiled today. The mayor and the city government looking to preserve the financial well-being of local residents. In his 6th State of the City address, Mayor de Blasio signed an executive order to establish the new Office of Tenant Protection to help renters navigate between different housing and building agencies in the city. That office will be tasked with reviewing tenant complaints to figure out which landlords need to be dealt with, and in some cases, including letting the city take control of buildings entirely. Today, the mayor's office rolling out new informational posters that will be seen around the city, including letting renters know a landlord can only charge 1 month's security, that there are limits on raising the rents, that a landlord can't evict, only a judge's order can. Brokers' fees are capped at $20 and need to be itemized, and tenant harassment is illegal. Who has the power right now? Does the tenant have the power, or does the landlord have the power?
It is the landlord. Unfortunately, it is the landlord that has the power, and therefore that weighs heavily against the tenants.
Yeah, and so if your landlord isn't doing what he or she is supposed to be doing, like providing heat and repairs on a timely basis, you can actually now reach out to the city, and they say they're going to get somebody on the ground in there making sure that things are being taken care of. And if your landlord won't do it, they'll hand it over to somebody else who will, adding more teeth to these renter protection laws. We're live outside of City Hall. I'm Kirsten Colpix, 11 News.
Here's a question for you, because I think so many people are renters in New York City. Does this 1.5% increase only affect those who live in rent-stabilized apartments, Kirsten, or is this any renter in New York City in any building?
It gets confusing, right, Dan? So that's for rent stabilization, 2.5% if you're on a 2-year lease. And then there are all other classes of leases in New York City. So the best thing to do is to go to nyc.gov/tenant protection. We've put that link on our website. It will help you navigate, what kind of rent do I have? What kind of apartment am I living in? And what exactly are my rights?